What is up? Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, all you humans. What's happening? Starseeds. I'm doing what I normally do, like my little research and stuff when I'm going, what's going on? You know, every once in a while, because I got to check in back to the alignments, and I know my screen might even be dirty. I don't know which screen. I got all kinds of, look at that. I got all kinds of mirror images going on. I'm over here on the other side of the screen. What's up? And we are looking at Arcturus. Wow. See, this is Izar that I talk about right here. This is the upper degrees of Libra. See how it closes the gate right there? Okay. But their Arcturus right here is that big connector point that connects into the body right here. It's in Libra right here, but it spirals out much bigger. It's my, because Nekar right here, that's 16 degrees Libra. That's kind of like the dumping point that's affecting this spiral right here, because it's a gate. It's an arc. Arcturus is an arc up here to these higher energy frequencies, okay? And we might go look some of these up. See, there's that Merrick. What's pharmaceutical called? Merrick. Spelled a little different. It don't matter. Trust me. It's just an IC in there. Because this is Polaris. That is what I know. That's Gemini. That's the wrong one. Polis. Polis is 1 degree Capricorn. This is like 29 degrees Gemini, but it shouldn't be. See? It shouldn't be. But the arc to Arcturus. And this is dimensional. See? And right here is the Corona Borealis. And this is the C cup. And this is also the C cup into how everything spirals through. And it's why C's and U's and all that are so important in your gematria, and why it's Christ and Christmas, and it's because it's a C. It's connected into your DNA. It's phonetics, because everything's energy down here. This was the C virus, right? No, it's not. It's just it's this is balancing out, because this is supposed to be spinning. This is meant to balance out and merge. It's not ever meant to be held down, and blister out. This is, and basically this is what's being turned back on. I'm getting it all right now too. I'm on here with y'all because I'm Venus. We're going into, now if you haven't been following me on my channel, you know, this is not like we just picked this up and did this. We as a collective, especially Star Crew. See, there's Soma, man. Because, I mean, that H-gate really is a, when you go and have surgery, they're putting you in a different dimension. It's the H gate, because this energy runs, this is connected to your DNA. When you look at DNA charts, go pull up DNA, and you'll see, you know, it's either C, it's linked into an O, C, H, although because it's energy of blood and phonetics and energetics. I just heard a lot of y'all might be seeing this in your dreams. Or this tie, okay? Because this is Cygnus, because this is where the energy starts going in more into the higher, it really dips back down into a flow into Scorpio, which is why it goes down into a, feels like into emotion, but you're really just going into a body is what it is. But oh, sorry. How are y'all doing? There we go. Okay. Here's the chart right now. So this is why I pulled it up, because when we talk about, you know, because at the end of this video, there will be, I'm doing charts. It's limited time. If you've been wanting a drawn chart for me, get it now, because I really, really seriously am not, because right now I'm don't, once the tech is out, I don't know how many drawn, like physically drawn charts from me. If you want, everyone does them in different ways. You'll see. It's pretty cool. But anyway, if you've been wanting one, if you don't want to wait a while, take this opportunity and get it, because I can do that mobily and when I'm heading out to my next jaunt. Because to me, since I'm Venus, right, and my, because of Arcturus and all the Libra that I hold, that gives me the understanding of all of this. I, in some way or form today, it, and what my when I look at this and knowing what I know, okay, let me add this about the dimensional time shifts and having walked it and being conscious. It's March energy that came online today, March from this year. So if you think that's, I mean, right before this crazy COVID thing hit, what were you doing? What were you excited about? What were you manifesting? With Venus going through Arcturus right now, and I just showed you the stars. Why? Because it's balancing all this energy out and to the best way to use it. Because in the end, you know, I know that I'm taking a position of leadership in a little bit, because I'm going to do music and fashion and stuff like that too. We're going to get this healing stuff out, but it's all part of it, because once you understand the information, that's how I got here. All I did was bring in the information and use it. But when we brought in the information, you know, we also were connecting with the stars and everything else. It's how we all connected. It's how we turned everybody back on. And so whenever you get a StarAONomy reading, what it does, it sense is each one of us that learn it will have a different consciousness, if you will, of understanding of the entire structure of it. So, I mean, I've witnessed it, and so has my crew. It's like depending who's doing the, because it's how, and this isn't any healing whatsoever. The higher the understanding of the root and the meaning of all of what you're doing, and someone else holding that highest consciousness is automatically clears it. Automatically, boom. So don't get a chart from me if you're not like ready to activate. I'm being serious. Like, please don't. You won't like the results. Because it opens that energetic up, because that's the whole point. Now, on the flip side of that, a lot of y'all that feel like you need to get a chart, get in touch with me. And at the end of this video, again, I'll say it again, I'm going to put up a picture, let y'all take a screenshot. We can do it live. It's quicker. And save that, and it's got details on it, okay? So, how does it work? And this is just like the intent that we talked about on the video with the egg. It works the same way, but understand that it took certain beings here activated at certain time counts from 2017 to 2018 in order to even activate the DNA template that was able to be reprogrammed. Because when you talk about ecliptic counts, okay, and precession of the equinoxes, because this is what this is. It's a precession of the equinox. It's always is. It's a 36-year cycle. And there's certain beings of us that were linked into the ancient stuff in Egypt and that type of stuff. That's what we were doing. Prince was a processional being. He was a 9. Not that you're not connected into the 9 of your, but he was a walking one. He came in, for instance, he came in first, okay, as a masculine, more feminine. See, I'm a feminine, masculine. So it's like in those characters, kind of in a way, we shared a soul that was part of that. And a lot of y'all might now understand what some of those other people, things, and entities, and voices, and messages that you've been hearing now make a little more sense to you too. So anyway, because I'm not the only one. I just know I am. We're in year. Oh shit, because 18. Because see, because I don't come in until year 18. So I come in year 18, and then 18 to 27 are my years. And then, so, yeah, year 21. 18, 19, 20. Yeah, just the start of year 21. Yeah. Yeah. So this is really like the start of year 3 of the collective working together since when? Lionsgate, August 2017 in the eclipse. Because the planets weren't working with the DNA patterns on the planet. They were working against it. So it wasn't connected into any type of star patterns, DNA pattern. A certain amount of us pulled together in 2017. There was a Syrian walk-in that came in that basically metized us in, and then we got our brains thrown out basically as a tribe real quick because it was our last chance to link in. And what I mean by that is that a certain amount of us had to be activated in order to hold and clear the ecliptic, in order to anchor the new star codes that are now aligning in astrology, just like beep, 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 beep. It's like every day. It's like, see, in 2017, when I woke up, and if any of y'all were following astrology, then you were connected to that ancient bone, a lot of ancient bone lineage, and secret lineages as well. Secret hybridizations as well. Because, we had to do it. It's what we were here for. For this time. For us to be able to pull out and link into a higher gene code. Because everything stopped. So, I got off on a weird tangent. I want to get back to the chart. So let me flip this around. I'm doing multiple things over here. So let's just start, because now let's just think of the collective, because this is realigning. You can see it. Now we've got a double. These are all harmonious charges that are going up and aligning, because these are your new Saturn cycles. These are your new manifestations, your new whatever you've been manifesting. It's not just gonna show up on your front door with a bow on it, especially if you went for the gold. I can tell you that right now, because I just lived through it. you know, you will be tested every step of the way to get it. I'm still being tested. It's freaking crazy. Like, you've got to get over a lot of shit. A lot of shit real quick. And I feel like that is kind of what's going on right now, because the moon is, we're lining up for a new moon tomorrow. Aren't we? Yes. On 22 degrees Scorpio. Emotions, oh my gosh moments, the emotional, any layer of emotion that you release, whether you're like me and you like know all this stuff, and this part of life is like nothing to me, but yet there are so many things I can't do that'll make you laugh. I mean, because there's only so much space that you can hold in your hard drive, literally. And it's like the collective, remember, we're showing you these stars. 21 degrees is where Venus is, because Venus just balanced. Venus went retrograde at 16 degrees of Scorpio 2018, whenever we started clearing and having to go into the divine feminine and all the emotion, and we had to clear all the Mars signs, we had to clear the trail of tears, we had to, all that death, all of it, all the pain, those that were on the journey with me, you know what I'm talking about. Well, that's what we were clearing for this. So think of, and remember, Scorpio's like our little magic box. It really is. Why? Because in a human body, your emotions is your power. It's why you have to be, this is why I would spin out when I was unconscious, because, oh my God, I was a basket case. I was. I will admit it. I, you know, I still have a hard time balancing it all out. Things trigger me quick, especially right now. Because why? Because we just went through these crazy cycles of cleaning up I told you that was 2018. 2018 is when we were clearing the emotions of all that stuff. 2019 is when we started seeing changes. 2020 is a trip, right? Well, it's because of what we did when Venus locked in 2018, because we were clearing that whole ecliptic cycle for the entire collective. So in this now, right now, we would have this energy gate to where the ones that are ready to hold it are literally lifting up the planet into here. Like, this energy's going up right here, and what it's doing is energetically the whole, because everything's blown out. There's only certain DNA strands that we have connected in here conscious, and so that's might be why some of y'all are coming in too. I know, especially Michelle, I'm doing her chart right after I hang this up. Like, I needed to do this chart before I could do her chart, because I needed to see this, because her chart is big chunk. Whoa. Y'all come to me for a reason. But understand that it's literally that some of y'all might have this right here. Or some of y'all might have this right here. And then you might have this right here, which is the connector that we need to get it back here. Because this is where you're getting more into O blood, beta. This is, when I think neck art, I think wolves. And then monkey. And I can't stop staring at that. Like, Dubois and Dublin. But let's look at the rest of it real quick. I don't want to go too long. I'm going to make this one short. So as a collective, we're in 21 degrees with Venus, knowing that we've just cleared, knowing that we're conscious, knowing that hell no, there's no fucking president, okay? There isn't. There's a president who's about to get out of office, and then there's one that's pretending to be. And then the rest of it is just a crazy show that literally is Masonic 33 timelines that other people are still falling for or not, but the collective as a whole, not. It's not going to be allowed. Because why? Our energy's so high, we already flipped this. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I believe it was yesterday. I mean, I saw it. Okay. Yep. So Venus is at, and this is constellation of words. And Arcturus really manifested this to this. I mean, you can go that when I talk about going and pulling up your planets and doing the constellation of me, this is how you do it. So I had it pulled up. There's 2 stars because it works on a long 19 and a long 2000. Because remember, I told you fixed stars move. It just takes a little bit. So what's interesting is whenever I've in my research, because everything that I show you, I've documented research going back to Nastrans as well. But when you start looking into these is when you start seeing triangulation patterns where it's like this star is 22 and now this star is 22, this one, 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 this one. And you're like, wait, how it was only one star over here. How did it get to be over here? You know? And then that's how I've discovered a lot of things about timelines. It's because it's where I was led to use the information, okay? So, and to find it, especially on the internet. You can find anything on the internet. If you have certain codes, it's because you are the internet. Like, you're the one who makes it appear sometimes. It's trippy. See, there's Cygnus. There's 16 degrees Libra, Cygnus, Mufrid, Neckar, 22. See, that's into the wheat. Oop, see, I was wrong. I was thinking that was 16. Neckar. So Cygnus is Neckar. I mean, is my Neckar in my brain. 16 degrees. I had it pegged on that, though. But see, Neckar goes all the way, because Spica, I was right, though, when it comes to getting in the, because Spica's your high, this is the prophetic. This is the wheat. This is the wheat on everything with wheat on it. That's Spica. That's what they're talking about. It's pure flow frequency. It can't exist in static. It can't exist in Wi-Fi. It's like throwing plasma on a hot fucking wire, or like water on a hot wire. You can't do it. So this ray never got here until now, because the human body literally couldn't hold it in the density. But it's the wheat. It's collective consciousness. It's Christ consciousness. It's the Ophiuchian ray. It's on its way. Everybody tell your neighbor. I mean, for real. See, what I want to show you is 20 degrees Libra Venus. See, on the 1900, it's 20 degrees. This star is He's. So that's H. That's a gate. That's an 8. But it's also a gate. And then E's were made. See, E's, exactly. See, E's are made. They're 2, 3 is what it ended up breaking down to. But think about a 5. It's just a C with a weird little hooky thing on it. Right? He's. Let's check out He's. That one's bothering me. Because that's a bridge. And then E is made. So there's not anything even pure in that. And then Z's omega. And then E. But I had to buy 2 E's. So that's basically 8. I'll make it easy. Well, no, I won't. 8, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. What the F? 20 to 29, 21 to 53. Well, let's freaking see the history of He's. This is where Venus is right now. See, it's on both. Foreman and He's. You can hold it down here and you can open a new tab. Boom. Virgo. I'm watching this while eating cookie dough, and I'm even gonna be, yay! Give me a bite. Oh no, it's gonna do this thing. Okay, but that's also kind of my point. Like, remember, some people see things different. I wish I could. Oh, I can blow it up. There it is. He's right at the noonie. Of course it is. Well, it's a little bit higher. We did a bunch of sacral stuff yesterday, too. This is bothering me. See, there's Spica. There's the flow. Is this that thing I had to move out of the way in Sirius C? And I was like, whoa, what just happened? Maybe that was my answer. It's what it looked like in my vision, like a big black dot. Where are these guys? There's Aura. There's Sima. Does it go up or down? Let's look. No. Where's Aura? I don't even see those, do you? Nekar. Surma. Krugs. No. See, then we get into Zulin Zubin stuff. Because it goes deeper and deeper. Because here's your bing, and then it goes wah, like a wave like that. See, here's where you get into the zzz, and then you don't get back up to A until out of here. And then you're still mixing it in. Now you got these crazy M's. Right? You start looking through here and you're like, I mean, because when you understand the root of things, it's like you start seeing where it starts and stops, too. Spica in Libra. Yay! Well, we're linking in right now. Right now I'm trying to see where the heck that other star is. I guess it's not important since it's not telling me. So let me go back to He's. All right. It's a Zeta star, of course. And what? And okay, everybody. What? Pop. See, I'm sitting over here on top of an AT&T satellite at where my parents are. And they've been popping grids out here since this morning. They do it with kitty litter or something. I don't know. So y'all can help take care of that now that you know. Get them off me. I've already been powering them for it to every time it does it to help us, but it's annoying. Where was I? See, pisses me off. Oh, Zeta. Pop. What was the hurricane called? Right. What was it called? All right. Well, this is because the collective is going into the heat. This is a star under the girdle of the Virgin, which is the wheat, which is the collective, which is the bride, which is all this prophetic stuff that links into the Bible and everything else. Everything else. With Eta, Xenia is almost exactly marks the line of the celestial equator. Wikipedia says the name He's is not often used for this stat as it is unclear origin, the legend, the constellation of is said to represent Aragon, daughter of Acarius, okay, who hanged herself through grief of the death of her father Boots, according to other accounts in this Astraca, daughter of the one of the Titans who sided with the gods against her own father. Well, what was her father up to? I bet they didn't know. It would also kind of make sense why the dragons' necks were hung like that, because that's what I was seeing just now. Whenever we got unhinged, it was one of us. We were staring at each other like our heads. Anyway, Ptolemy makes the following observation: the star is the head of Virgo, and at the top of the southern wing operate like Mercury and somewhat like Mars. The other bright stars in the same wing. That was about the girdle, resemble Mercury. All right, the virgin in the sheaf belongs to Ceres. This is old crap. Nobody belongs to anybody. But yeah, okay, so that's where we are, is right here. Venus is producing those codes from there and this one, because that leads up into Spica, which we're already in the orb of and already experiencing too, depending on if you have these. But also that's why you're feeling the energy. I know you are. Ada, Karina, see, because this is the ship. 20 to 22, because that takes you to the stream. This is foramen. Lies in Carina, which is the keel subdivision of the ship of Argo Navis, but is invisible from north of the 30th parallel. Hola! What did I tell you? I'm telling you, we went like, this is old. I mean, look at the dates. We're kind of missing some data between here and there. In China, Ada was seen heaven's altars. The variation in its light is remarkable into the irregularities, as in their degree. There's some German stuff in here. And then, look, I'll show you. Here's Argo Navis. This is, boom. See, some of y'all have these degrees in your chart. Maybe y'all are coming in because Michelle held this by herself a lot from the Aquarian realm, from like that layer, like the weird tech layer, and that, yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Because Jason and the Argonauts, Jason's ship. It's crazy. Blows my mind. I can't get up in that. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So we looked at Foreman. So let's go back here. So, and Venus is heading there into Spica. I want to show you Spica. I did not know we were going to go into all this, but if this is what we need, I will do it. Here is, boom. See? Alpha. So yeah, that Herez, see, I can't even remember it. It bothers me so bad. Something bothers me about that star name. Like it shouldn't be that star name. Spica signifies, here, I'll do it this way. Alpha Virgo Spica is a binary, brilliant flushed white star marking the ear of wheat shown in the Virgin's left hand. Spica signifies and marks the ear of wheat shown in the Virgin's left hand. The Greek astronomer Aratus, circa 270 BC, wrote in her hands. Vitruvius and Hyginus in her right hand when she was thought to be, it keeps moving, Ceres. All the Romans called it thus Cicero, Cicero, because they're, see, Spica brings the I charge. Cicero saying Spicum, Spicum, and their descendants, the modern Italians, Spiga, Spigha. The French have Lepi, L, is that apostrophe? EPI. So that's EPI, E5, Y, I's a charge. In Old England, it was Virgin Spike. Oh my God, the gold spike. Are you serious? And even Flamsted that designated it for all at least 20. Oh gosh, it keeps moving. 25 centuries, and among all civilized people, the Latin word or the words of similar endpoint has obtained. Although the English astronomer Smith, 1788 to 1865, mentioned an attempt before his day to secure it for the illustrious name of Newton. It's got a lot. If you want to go read more about it, it's got a lot, with the different lineages and what it's attached to, because it is Arcturus is what they sent lasers out in order to get 5G. That's why everything blew up to that level out there. But then since everything was blown up from there, and we had the pieces to come in and put it back together, and the consciousness of the DNA of the ones who were running it, because that's what some of us have that. So Mercury's opening up. We're discovering our powers. We're getting back in. Go back to March. Go back to your March. What were you doing in March? I bet it's somehow lining up, because it's Uranus is in retrograde still. Remember, it's still picking up. And remember, Mars, okay, is it direct today? Oh, did it finally happen? Is it my birthday? Look how Chiron lined up. Boom. Chiron's on the AC of the collective when I took this chart. Dead on. Did Mars go direct today? See, I'm so in my own. Oh my God. No wonder I felt all this energy today. Like, I got to do this and do that and do this and do that. And wait, I'm no more bullshit. What is going on? And no wonder we feel like we're back in March. Because that's how the actual energetic cycles of the year work. This is harvest time. Right now, we're just clearing through, kind of like, because remember, you're creators. So as StarAONomy of today, here it is. If you've been a conscious collective, if you're a CoCo, that's what it is. If you're in the CoCo, and you're ready to sprinkle, and you know that you planted a whole lot of seeds, and then complete havoc broke out in your life the past year, and you literally have nothing, congratulations. You're fixing to win the lotto. Literally. What we have to do as masters is remember it's energetic, and that we're creators. And we did write it. So whenever you write it, you have to physically walk through it. You've got to be in the emotion of it in some way, and this is what I'm walking through too right now. Why? Because our emotions, trigger all of our manifestations and trigger all of our gifts and powers, which are not like witchcraft crazy stuff. No, it's bringing in love. It's attracting the right people to you so that you can give more, so that we can do more. It's just letting people feel the energy of you. But for a lot of us right now that are on this channel watching this right now, this is a big deal for us because we just wrote it. Or we came through it backwards, or we did both. So it's like all those dreams that we really quick got our face slapped for it, thinking that it's like, oh, here we go again. No, that isn't what's happening. It's physically impossible unless we, and this is what I'm having to tell me, unless I don't pull my energetics out of it to meet me back where I was March so I can pick up what I created. So this is most likely why I started feeling like this today, because Mars went direct, but that's helping us because haven't we felt stuck? So I feel like energetically we're like, because that's what happened. So just realize that you're in right now what we're doing, and I'm doing it too, because I woke up today, okay, I'm going to make a move. Where am I going? What do I need? And I've been reaching out to the ones around me that I respect their opinion and I'm working with and whom I love dearly, that is right there. I know they're right there. They're right there. But it's a different thing, we all manifest. Is the thing is when you get really, really conscious and you start understanding the manifesting cycle, which is what I just lived through, which is why I'm telling you how to use this energy. Because it's not about the breaking out of the chart. It's not. This information helps you energetically through a group of resonant humans get energetically in line quicker, and you'll be amazed where you'll end up when you just leave. I'm fixing to do it again. I'm about to start packing. Well, I never really unpacked from the last time. But I know that I wrote it this spring. I wrote a bunch of different things, but the energy that's coming online today is to be diving into what I was manifesting in music. But that was right before the COVID. But that's right before everything shut down for everything to rewrite and for these energetics to line up. And now what I'm saying is the gates are gone. In fact, like one of the cards in the deck is going to be Heaven's Gate. It's got a degree. But you got to loosen your load. It's a different energy. Thank heaven it's here. So what's going to happen is, this O fusion ray, it's what we're preparing for. And really mostly I feel like what it's going to do is everyone's just going to wake up. They're going to get in a cult. You're going to get an occult download is what you're going to get if you're ready. You're going to all of a sudden see some of the roots of energetic things that you already know how to do, that you're already doing. You're going to understand the root of what and why, and then the macro of how many it affects through however that information you wrote it to come in order to, and how much you're pulling in and open it up to it and to the change of it. Because being a human, it's we want it to show up at the front door. We do, especially after we've worked really hard. What we have to remember in this new now, it's like our expectation of what the reward is also has to change. And I'm telling myself this right now because we did inherit. Our energy's rising. We're locking in new frequencies. We are, if those of us that are conscious, if you haven't been consciously right in your life, well, then you're going to do a quick round around to go around. And we're here to guide you, but it's shifting up right now. It's this major shift that's happening to where we're in the middle of it. So that's why this separation is happening. That's also why, if you have a lot of Arcturian speaking energy, and I've been doing it too, shield me. But that's what we have to realize, that we're kind of like the new age plasma acid that gets poured all over the matrix like syrup and honey everywhere we go. Because they hate it when you're sweet and nice. Just be sweet and nice. It attracts honey when you're out in the matrix like that. Don't get mad. Stay cool. And then watch. Because your whole reality, if you can just stay cool, you'll tune the whole place. And, you know, it's why they don't, that's why they have us sitting in our boxes. Because you might have been the ones that's already seen the festivals we're about to put together. They're writing artists. Some of y'all have seen the festivals, and it's going to happen quick. You're going to start floating energetically in the stadium once we get it down, and when we get the energetics with the workers on the side, the energetic workers that can hold the fields and stuff, because we can do way bigger stuff than that. We just everybody's going to start vibing. And everyone's gonna fucking float. And it's also a mass healing. Right? Think about it. That energy goes up, and then it releases, and then you have the right ones of it there that know what to do with it. Now you just went and got a gas up. Totally different. So here's my email. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Email me if y'all take a screenshot. I know y'all are sick of seeing my nose, right? And this might be sideways, upside down. Please don't let it be that way. Oh, God, it is. And that's Real Mermaid. I'm going to do it to y'all. Oh, my God, I know I'm making y'all dizzy. This is like advertising no 101. There it is. Okay. It's Moo's Ancient Top Secret DNA Decoder for New Earth. It is. It really is what it is. Look at that. Makes you think, huh? Email me your info, say hi, and let's start swimming. There's my email. I'll back it up again so you'll get a full screenshot. And here's what I'm doing right now. This is limited time last calls, original drawn. There's the date right now. I don't know how long. If there's not a whole bunch, and if everyone's coming, because I won't be able to do a whole bunch of people's charts. Understand that there's a few of y'all that need them. So right now, if a drawn chart, and I changed it to 101 just because that's an original seed. I got it off 99. We're not sparking any more change. We're locking it in. Because there's a quantum reason I'm doing that. Where is it? And then 155, I'm going to put that right there because there's a quantum reason for that. So you'll know which one you need to pay. Okay, and I'm going to put a screenshot again right here. Y'all take a screenshot. I can put this on Insta maybe. Just if you can take a screenshot, and it's at the end of the video. And there, oh shit. There's my email. I'm trying to do everything really efficiently. This was the quickest way. So, thanks, you guys. That's Arcturus and Spica. Spread the word. We're rising. Love y'all. Can't get out of here. I'm a mess.